feeling inclined to share some thoughts on anxiety and overthinking. You ever have those days where your brain just won't shut up? Like maybe you spill your coffee first thing in the morning and your brain is automatically going, of course I did, because I screw everything up. Yeah, that voice that jumps from one small mistake to, we are the problem. We have always been the problem. Yeah, well, that's the story that our brain's been rehearsing for years, right? Most people don't actually realize this, but every single one of us has the narrator up here, and it's been writing the same script for us for a long, long time. Some of us were handed that script maybe when we were kids. Others, we built it up through rejection, heartbreak, failure, you name it. But at some point, we just kind of stopped questioning it. We stopped questioning that voice. And we just started living like that voice was gospel, like it was the truth. And believe me, I've been there too. That terrible place where you start believing your own worst thoughts. And you start identifying with them. And suddenly you're not just someone who messed up once or twice or 20 times. You're a failure, a complete failure. You're not just someone who's having a rough day, but you're someone who's literally never going to get through this rough patch. And suddenly, you're victimizing yourself and you're building an entire personality out of it. But here's the thing, the important part. Those aren't facts, those are thoughts. They're just habits. They're like these mental grooves that we've worn down into our psyche over time. And the more we repeat them, the deeper they go. And the deeper they go, the harder it is for us to climb out of them. So the first step, and honestly the most powerful one, in my opinion, is just kind of to notice when that starts happening. When you catch your mind spiraling, just pause for a second and ask yourself, okay, what story am I repeating to myself right now? That question changes everything because you go from being inside the story to seeing it from the outside. And once you see it, you can start to actually challenge it. Some people call that mindfulness. I don't know, it works for me. Maybe your brain says something like, I always screw things up. All right, really? Always? Every single time? Or did one thing just not go perfectly this time? That small bit of curiosity, that little moment of awareness, it really starts to break the cycle for you. Now, it doesn't really mean you have to force yourself to be positive all the time, because that's not really helpful. Toxic positivity doesn't help to get through your worst days. That's fake. It doesn't work. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to feel things. But there's a huge difference between feeling something and believing that it defines you. When your brain says, I failed, you can respond with, yeah, I failed this time. When it says I'm not enough, maybe you can say, maybe not yet, but I'm getting there. That's how you start rewriting your story. You don't pretend everything is great. You change the way you talk to yourself in those private moments. You have to live with yourself inside of your head for the rest of your life. Start making it a good place to be.